So good morning everyone and welcome back over here to Epcot. We decided to come over today because this is actually a surprise trip. Just were looking at the app and all of a sudden we saw that there were reservations available for Epcot for today. So we thought, you know what? Let's head on out here and check out some things. Maybe actually try to ride some rides, look a little more at the flower garden stuff. Maybe see if the eggs are still up. I highly doubt it because Easter's been a couple weeks now. But, I mean, it's kind of a surprise trip. So it's kind of a fun, quick trip. Nice surprise to come out here to Epcot. Also, I can't tell you how amazing the music here is in the very front here. The music sounds amazing. They've planted all of this new stuff. It really feels completely different than any time before we've been here. Also, this is the very first time coming to a Disney theme park since they have implemented the new rule of if you're standing still and taking a picture outside, you can take your mask off. It's the first time for us that we have been here during that. So, be interested to see. I know in the first part of the video, I had my mask on still. But while we're walking, I have to keep it on. But if I were to stop, I could take it off and talk to you guys without my mask on. So it's gonna be this is a really kind of unique thing because since July, we've been having to make sure we keep our mask on at all times. Well, kind of walking in, and Spaceship Earth is currently down right now. It just looks like they're having some technical issues. No wait time, no line whatsoever. So maybe they haven't opened yet for the day. It was supposed to go under some refurbishment stuff, but they did push that back during the pandemic to try to keep stuff open so you weren't waiting in more lines. So I just kind of walked up to the left side of Epcot once you go into the Spaceship Earth, because we just stopped to look to see if maybe they had the new lightings, like the new lights on Spaceship Earth, because they had showed some pictures and some videos of them being tested out and showing them, but it looks like they've either taken them off or they're on top of the ball testing them out. So but we're gonna come over here. We're actually gonna need a return time for test track because we haven't done that in a while, and it's only posting a 15-minute wait right now. And then we're gonna do a quick swing through Mouse Gears. So like I said, we're gonna take a quick swing through Mouse Gears, and now as we now know of right now is that Mouse Gears, the name of Mouse Gears, is on its final days at Epcot because with the new shop coming in, with gonna be Creation Station or the Creation Shop, the Mouse Gears name will be going away. Kind of hope maybe they keep it somewhere, but as of right now, the big store will no longer be called Mouse Gears. So you guys remember from one of my videos going to Disney Springs, we had opened up one of these Wishables. Now Wishables are these little mystery pack like stuffed animals, and so right now they have the mission breakout ones. So they have Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and Groot that you can get in all these. Only downside is that they all are pretty much the same size. It's hard to tell which one you can get. But if you want Rocket, you can buy Rocket just on his own. He's just right here. So these mystery packs are usually $10 a piece, and usually the little outside the ones are $10 as well. And they've got a lot of different varieties, from Small World to Peter Pan to the transportation ones to like Alice in Wonderland, the Main Street USA station, or the trolley. So they always have a bunch of different kinds. So we'll say it is still very much, you don't see a whole lot going on with the new Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, but as we do know is that they now have enclosed this building, so it means they may be starting to work on the inside. We do know that the track is complete, but there has been no word like it was with the Tron construction, if anything was happening with the like if the date has been pushed back. They're still saying this is going to be open before the 50th anniversary on October 1st. But also another thing we do know is that come October 1st, we will have Remy's Ratatouille Adventure opening up in the France Pavilion, which Kayla still freaks out about every time we talk about it, just because she's like, why are we waiting until why are we waiting a whole another 6 months before opening it? But I think it's just to avoid crowds coming in. Another thing I have noticed, this is weird, I'm not used to this, is that we still haven't heard anything about the new Play Pavilion coming in yet, when they're going to be opening that, or Space 220, the new restaurant that's connected to Mission Space over here. So no official word on any of those yet. I think a lot of those also got pushed back because of the pandemic. But I do know that the Play Pavilion should be open hopefully before the 50th anniversary starts, just like Guardians of the Galaxy behind me. So hopefully by October 1st, you'll have this whole area over here open of new stuff. So it draws people over from just going over to the seas, living with the land, Soarin', all that stuff on the other side of Epcot. So it will be nice when this summer does come up and they do open this new shop right here for the new Creation Shop that's replacing the old Mouse Gears location. Mostly because it was really nice to be able to walk through that during the summertime like right now and get some of that AC that's usually in there. So we stopped into the Epcot experience just to kind of get some AC to just cool off for a little bit while we wait for our return time for Test Track. And one thing we talk about is the coolest thing are these posters. And this was the poster during D23 when they announced all the Epcot stuff coming. Because this went back to when Epcot first opened. I think there's a poster on the other side that says it. But like Kayla pointed out, the Millennium Celebration, the Grand Fiesta Tour, the brand, see, I want this. Because of the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And they do have Spaceship Earth Our Shared Story. This is supposed to be the reimagined version of it. They just haven't gotten to start work on it because they've had to delay a lot of stuff due to the pandemic and everything. Then you have the old Communicore, which now unfortunately one of the buildings is completely gone. Space 220, the brand new restaurant that they're going to be opening soon. The World of Motion, which Test Track replaced. Turtle Talk with Crush, which is not going on right now. Japan, and then I love this. This just makes me so excited because now one of the big things is this whole red building is completely gone. The Harmonious area, all 5 barges are now officially out, and they started doing work in the middle section, and the whole entrance is now completed. So it makes it even better, and everything else going on. So a lot going on with Epcot. A lot of stuff's gotten pushed back, but there are still things coming in the future with Epcot. And one of the things they did re-add were the photo taking opportunities. They just have not added the photo pass. What I really like is that they do showcase stuff for the ride vehicle for Cosmic Rewind, possibly what the costumes are going to look like for the cast members, kind of what's probably going to end up happening. And then as Kayla has found, she has found the Remy's Ratatouille Venture area. Got the ride vehicle that you'll ride in, what the area will look like. Pretty much it looks like it right now. Just still have to wait till October 1st for it to happen though. So, still got a ways to wait for Remy's Ratatouille Venture to show up. Well, now that we've waited a little bit, it's time for our return time for Test Track, which is now up to an hour wait, which as you can see the line stretches very far. And a lot of this does pertain back to the fact that there is a lot of social distancing going on. So you can see by all the markers and everything, so that just makes the line a little bit longer. One of the big things that has changed during the pandemic is that at Test Track they used to have areas like this when you used to go into the regular line that you would scan your park ticket, your magic band to these little touch points, and then you would design a car around it. But because of all the cleaning and the COVID-19 prevention, they've actually turned all of them off. And in the normal line, because normally this would be the single rider line right here, you'd go in and they would pair you into certain points. You would design your car to be the best designed car, and then you would test it out on the sim track. But unfortunately, because of everything going on, they got rid of that for the time being. In my opinion, it's probably the best idea because nothing against it, but I really hate the design thing, and I kind of wish this was still like the old Test Track. So you can kind of see down there, that's where you used to go when you used to design a car, and you would go to these design stations. But now they're just using it as extra cute. I know on really busy days, actually bring you in through the other side, up and around, and then back this way. But yeah, I personally don't. I think this was kind of a poor decision on my part because I don't really like it that much, and it's not that great of a like, it doesn't really add anything to it. It just takes more time out of it. It makes you wait longer for the attraction itself. It's funny, like all the things that they have blocked off right now because of everything with the pandemic and everything. Like you can't go to the little tracks here, you can't run the little cars on the screen, they don't have the design station to practice designing vehicles. Just really weird. Like it just really makes Test Track not that great of an attraction anymore. I mean, they still have all the show vehicles out, just much more spaced out. So, as Kayla said as we came off, that's the first time that she has not really cared for it, and honestly, same. We hadn't done test track, I really didn't hit test track very much, and honestly, it's just not that exciting anymore. I feel like they really did a bad job doing test track 2.0 with this new sim track thing. And so it just, to me, it kind of feels like they kind of wasted a great opportunity. Considering Chevy did take over the sponsorship of Test Track, I thought there was a lot more they could have done, but they tried to make it too Tron-like, and now we're getting a Tron coaster still. So I feel like it was just, they tried too hard on it. So stopped off to the Sunshine Griddle where we got the shrimp and grits and the fried cinnamon bites the last time we came. And something we got as well this time is we got the, actually Kayla wanted this, it's the Fruit Loops shake. So you see it's a shake with a little bit of Fruit Loops on top, so it'll be interesting to see how this tastes. Alright, so I'm going to give this a quick try. So like I said, it's the Fruit Loop shake. So oh, that's
kind of icy.
It is, it's weird.
Thick.
That's actually really good, I like that. I mean, it really is just tastes like Fruit Loops. I mean,
and milk.
Yeah, like it really tastes like a bowl of Fruit Loops and milk. I don't know why. That's like spot on. That's really good. And it's only $4.50 for that. So I have to say, it's probably one of the better things that we've had at like any of the festivals. Like it was surprisingly really good. Like even me and Caleb said, like we thought it was gonna be blue, and it tastes like you took a bowl of Fruit Loops with a little bit of vanilla ice cream, some ice, threw it in the blender, and there's your Fruit Loops shake. I mean, I know that's the epitome of a shake, but I mean, way better than I was anticipating it being. Like I was like, I didn't know what to expect with it, honestly. So another big thing as we walk out to the World Showcase now is the fourth, well, I say fourth, but really it's the fifth barge is now officially out into the lagoon for Harmonious. And so that now officially completes all the barges for Harmonious. So maybe testing will be coming soon right behind it. So it'd be really nice to see this maybe open this summer. It'd be really nice if it did open. I'm not sure if it will or not. So we got our return time for Frozen, but now that we have got a little bit of time to kill, we're actually going to move into the China Pavilion. We're actually going to go into the Disney Shanghai area to just get some AC and get in somewhere where it's kind of cooler as well, so that we have some time to just kill before going and doing Frozen. So this little area just kind of showcases all the different areas they have. So they have the Shanghai Disney Resort hotels. I think they have 3 of them right now. They have the Disney Town, which is like their Disney Springs / Downtown Disney. Mickey Avenue, which is like the main walkway in to Disney Shanghai. You have Adventure Isle, Fantasyland, and their Treasure Cove. And then they do have Tomorrowland. And the one thing for Tomorrowland that we cannot wait to get is the Tron Light Cycle Run. And so we've been patiently waiting for it here. And then they also showcase the Gardens of Imagination, their new Toy Story Land that they recently opened. It's also just nice to come in here because it's nice and quiet. It's a little cooler. Just get out from the heat. So I will say, if you want your tip of the day, is if you're looking for a place to sit down, relax, get some AC, be a little less crowded, come into the inside Shanghai Disney Resort area here in the not Japan, the China Pavilion. And it's a good place to sit down, relax, kind of like listen to some calming music for a little bit, just to get away from everything. So that is probably one of my biggest tips. Plus you can look at everything that Shanghai has. It's also right next to where they do the China 360 movie in here, which I think has already been changed over to the new one that they were talking about in the Epcot experience. So, but I would say if you're really looking for a place just to sit, relax for a little bit, get some AC, great place. Only downside is you do have to keep your mask on while you're inside here. But I mean, it is cool enough that it doesn't feel like you're being like you need to take it off. Something that's kind of insane is that you are in the China Pavilion here, and yet the line that you see is the line that's for Frozen Ever After. So the line stretches all the way from the Nowhere Pavilion all the way here to Japan, but it is only about a 30 to 35 minute wait because they are loading every row because they put plexiglass up now. Okay, so the line makes more sense now. The wait is now up to 55 minutes, so I think we timed it right coming up and getting our return time when we did, so that we didn't have to wait nearly as long for it.
Everyone is snow summer day. You're going to fill some ice skulls. Let's go. I'll go and it'll be so beautiful.
On a day very much like today, on our safe dresses to give an unselfish act of true love, like full of frozen heart.
So, for the first time, we rode Frozen in one of the rows that has plexiglass. And I will say, I can't wait for those to go away. I get why they did it, to try to increase the capacity of like that attraction, but it really takes away from the entire attraction. It just, especially with it being a water ride, water gets onto it and then it keeps it on the glass. And then also don't be like the family that was in front of us. They ended up turning on their flash on their camera to like record their child's reaction. And I understand that, I get that. But it was like right in mine and Kayla's faces, so really bright. So we're just gonna head into the Germany pavilion because there's a couple things Kayla wanted to get over here that we did not get the last time when we came. Because last time we came, we got the potato pancake with the ham and the caramelized onions on it. And then the cheese with cheese strudel with the berry topping. So this time she wants to get the potato pancake with applesauce. The sandwich they also have, and then she would really like to get the cheese strudel again. So we're actually going to go ahead and skip the Germany booth because the line is very long. So we're going to go ahead and skip this, and we're just going to keep on walking around. So we're going to walk through the Germany pavilion. I think Kayla said something about something in the Japan pavilion. So I want to stop off in France and get the macaroon lollipop thing. And she wants to get, they have a new sandwich, like ice cream sandwich that they have that we saw on TikTok, so I think she wants to get that as well. I was very much sad this year, even though we saw some of the Easter eggs, we didn't get to do the Easter egg hunt this year. So you can see no little Figment egg anymore, so it looks like they're not doing it, which really sucks. I wish we could have done it, but it's what it is. It'll be back next year. So we're gonna walking up here to look at Remy, because I love the Remy topiary they always put up, especially now that he's right in front of where his attraction will be going. Still won't be opening until October 1st at this point, but he's got his little flower. But then Kayla noticed he's got a little stick just hanging out right on him, so it's a really good spot for him. It'd be kind of nice they kept this up all the time now once Remy's Ratatouille Adventure opens. I just really like the feel of this. Like, it feels like it's always been here. Like, I was always like, how are they gonna get you to Remy's Ratatouille Adventure? Well, right here, right behind it, and here's where the crepes Emperor, the crepe shop, will go right here. So, but I do love gondolas just go right overhead, so you almost can kind of sit and just enjoy as the Skyliner goes by. I do need to ride the Skyliner again at some point during the day, and not in a character gondola, to try to get a really good view of everything going on behind this wall right here, because I'm not one of those people that sticks my camera over a wall to look at stuff. Not especially since the Skyliner goes overhead. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in line for, we're actually gonna get in line for, I say me, but really, we're gonna get in line to stop over here at the France booth so I can get the macaroon lollipop that I wanted to get the last time we came. And the line's not too bad, and it's a little bit in shade, so I gotta jump in line for that. Alright, so I got the chocolate macaroon lollipop, and okay, this thing is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I'm really excited about this. I saw this last year, or like a couple years ago when they had the Flower and Gardens, and I really wanted to try it. Just never got around to getting it though, because you eat so much other places. And I just realized I wasn't recording.
It wasn't?
I wasn't recording there. I took a bite and I didn't even record it. I'll take another bite too. Yeah. It's so good. Only about $5.95, so $6 for this. Then it's bigger than a normal macaroon normally would be. A little smaller, than the sandwich or the macaroon ice cream sandwich I got the other time I came, but I definitely recommend this. This is really good. All right, so I would highly recommend the macaroon lollipop. Very good. $6 for it, and it was very chocolatey. And I like the chocolate pearls that were on the side. They really give it a nice crunch. I wish I had eaten like the chocolate pearls after, but since I wasn't recording when I ate the first bite, then I had to eat it with those. I had to eat the pearls with that next bite while I was showing you guys. So, but I think we've kind of hit the wall on our surprise trip out to Epcot. I think we're gonna start heading our way back to the front, just because we're getting hot, getting a little busy, just getting tired. Yep, just one quick look over here at the Harmonious barges. Now that they've got all of them officially out, you can definitely see some of the workers are out there working on it, doing some work as necessary. So I wonder what the timetable of this is going to be moving forward, because once everything's running, they'll be able to start running the fountains during the day, so then you don't just see the barges in the middle of the lagoon. So I still think having this little walkway going from the seas down to the main entrance, I love the view of Spaceship Earth from here. Like I said, when all the new lighting goes into effect, it's gonna look absolutely amazing. So if you want to see something really weird that we have not seen for a long time, I'm just gonna put a picture up right here. And just, I'm not used to it. I really am not. Going to a photo pass person, and then you can take your mask off and then take pictures with your mask off again. Really weird. Just, I mean, 8 months ago these parks were open and you had to keep your mask on for everything. I'm not used to it. I mean, like it will be like pre-pandemic once it all happens, but it's still weird. All right, so we are going to go ahead and call it a trip out here to Epcot. We call it a very surprise trip. The fact we were able to get into Epcot was a great surprise. I got to do Test Track, even though it doesn't feel as great as it used to. Got to do Frozen, even though we were behind the plexiglass. Got to try some good food and just be at a Disney park and feel a little bit of that magic. It's always a great time. So with all that being said, we do have it from a fantastic surprise trip out to Epcot. We will see y'all next time.